Hey, it's MK and I am here with a Mixed Media Mayhem recipe for you, picked by our very own Janet, which is watercolors, sprays, and a cut file or a stencil. And it is also off the board Christmas card edition. I am doing Christmas in July and repurposing all of those Christmas cards that I've been holding on to. This pin is to make your own gift cards. So I happen to have a cut file. I'm such a cheater. That is a gift card template. So I printed out or cut out 3 of them, and they come with score lines. And I'm trying to show you guys that they are scored, but they're not scored very deeply. So I'll end up doing that later, especially when I start using my mixed media on this cardstock. So I've pulled out my Inklings Minor 49er and burnished buckle. I absolutely love these, and I'm going to show you guys that I have to activate them first before actually getting around to using them. So I'm going to activate them while I show you the rest of the product. And I absolutely love these little pots of paint, and I can't wait to show you guys the sparkle in them, considering I didn't really get a good close-up of the sparkle yesterday. All right, I'm also going to bring in this Vibes that is called Hot Fudge, my most favorite brown as of today. I say that because yesterday I feel like it was the Dilutions ink, and today it's the Hot Fudge, and I love this stuff, you guys. I really, really do. So anyways, I went ahead and I fussy cut out the very first card because I knew that that one was going to get fussy cut and everything else was going to get like simple cut. So I'm not too worried about cutting those just yet. Then I'm going to move on to the card bases, like the templates for making my gift card. And I am using, just again, close to my heart, white cardstock, not gessoed or anything. And this is the Minor 49er. And oh my stars, look at that shimmer and shine, you guys. I'm so impressed with this. And I'm just brushing it on really super fast because I want this card to have some sort of color. Now, I've had some people ask me before, why don't I just print in color? And the main reason is because of the fact that I love how messy the watercolor is. It's not perfect. Some of it's white, some of it's colored. It's blotchy. And I happen to like the blotchy instead of just a solid color cardstock. Plus, when I start to play and do things, I end up having to reprint anyways because it's solid. It's so solid, like it's permanent. And when I play, I can keep adding and going and doing my own thing. So I took that burnished buckle and actually put it and painted it onto my stamp block. Now, I have no idea what this technique is called. Absolutely not. I don't know if it's like considered a part of a packaging technique or am I stamping the color? I have no idea, you guys. But I was just trying 3 different ways to apply the color using that block and using my card because I wanted it to look like it was tarnished, like it was I can't say rusty gold because gold never rusts, but I just wanted it to look old is where I was going with that. And so the first one I did was I put the paint down and then I ran it over, like smushed it and blended it. The second one I used the block to actually stamp the color on, and then the third one I stamped the cardstock onto the block. So 3 different ways of doing it, 3 different effects that I got. And now I am just seeing which way I am going to cut my card. Now, in the examples, I was supposed to use the card as the actual holder, but because of the images on my card and the fact that they had little sayings and things, they weren't all solid, I felt like I couldn't use the card in that manner. And so, especially with this haul truck card, it's one of my favorite cards. That's why I kept it for so long, to be honest. I did not want to get rid of it, but then I thought that it would be a perfect gift card, and to repurpose it, even if it is not for a gift card for myself, I'm okay with that. So I decided to make the card itself into one of these gift cards. However, it says a portion of the Happy Holidays on the back side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up using my template that I cut out off of my Cricut as the back side. So it'll end up being absolutely perfect and whatnot. And I do mess up a little bit, but hey, I'm a crafter. I can make it work. Now I'm just trying to figure out where I can draw my lines for this beautiful card. I absolutely just loved the wreath on the fence post. I definitely could have used the trees as well on the front of this gift card. I never even thought of that until like right now. I definitely could have done that, but I chose to want to paint it instead. Now I'm okay with the fact that this has absolutely no gold on it. I'm going to actually fix that here in a few seconds. Well, a few minutes, because I have to work on this deer. Now this deer was the most complicated one because I wanted those antlers to be peeking out. And then I thought, well, do I want his little knee peeking out? And I thought, no, he'll be fine if his knee gets cut off. But I definitely wanted the antlers to stick out. And right now I am using my Tim Holtz scissors. And as you can see, I switched out scissors to the close to my heart ones. I recently got asked, what are my favorite scissors to fussy cut with? The answer is hard for me to answer because my favorite ones to fussy cut are the close to my heart ones. However, I am getting old and my fingers, for some reason, it's like the pressure is getting more and more to where it hurts my hands. So I switched over to the Tim Holtz ones, which have that soft grip and they bend with my hands. Apparently the where my thumb goes, it's practically bent in half. I had no idea that I cut that way. The only thing I don't like about these scissors by Tim Holtz is the fact that they have a serrated edge, and I feel like I can see that in almost every single one of my projects. They cut beautifully. They are absolutely a beautiful cut. I don't even have to switch to my ribbon scissors because of that serrated edge. So there's nothing wrong with the scissors. It's just my preference of the fact that I can see that serrated edge on all of my fussy cuts. So it's hard for me to answer that because I'm getting used to the Tim Holtz ones and the fact that I can cut for hours with that soft grip. But when I'm doing intricate cuts like that one on the antlers, I will switch back to my close to my heart ones because of the precision tip that I get on those. It's got a very, very sharp tip on them. Okay, so I am painting the other side of my cards because when I fold them up, what will happen is that little white edge will stick out, so that way the card has a good size backer to it, and then the thumb hole where the card can be pulled out of will show white, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And so I just wanted to make sure that it was painted and covered and there's no white showing. I painted this flap all the way because it's going to go on the back side of my haul truck card, so that way, or card holder, so that way the partial saying will not be seen. Now I'm going to stamp little sentiments, and I wanted to find something that says a gifty for you or something about, for you. And clearly I had none. Like I had no stamps that said any of that stuff. So I went with Merry Everything, which is one of my favorite stamps of all times. And then of course, don't open until December 25th. And then the last one also says don't open December 25th, only it looks like a postage cancel stamp. So those were the ones that I went with, even though that's not really what I wanted, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Okay, here's where I am reinforcing those score lines yet again. And I had to totally score the haul truck gift card because of the fact that I needed to, what was I saying? I needed, I cut it. I didn't put it on the Cricut and have the Cricut cut it out for me. I cut it all on my own and just wanted to make the score marks. That way everything's nice and neat and looks clean, a little professional. I mean, something like that. So that is what I ended up doing. And this is the first card, which is going to end up being this reindeer card. But I realized because I'm putting the reindeer on the back, the antlers needed to be colored. So I'm taking that minor 49er and coloring in the antlers. That way I have a place, you know, that way they look good on both sides, basically. And then this one here is the one that I already pre-scored before I started the painting to show you guys that they were scored. And so I only had to reinforce one of the score marks that got painted over instead of all three of them. I can't count. And this one here will be the one with the beautiful wreath on the fence post. I absolutely love that. I think it's beautiful. It's elegant in its own way, especially when it's a black and white photo and then you've got that beautiful red wreath. I just love that. All right. So just putting it on the back, and then I will need to cut off the little bottoms. Just because of where I had traced it and whatnot. When I trace, I always get confused of which side of the trace line to cut on. It gets me every time. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking that varnished buckle and I am painting the edges, burnished buckle, and painting the edges ever so slightly to give it that worn look, plus bring that brown onto the other side. And I don't know, because of the glossiness of that card, whether or not it will dry. So I'm going to set it off to the side and I'll let you know later. Yes, I will. I'm going to put this haul truck card back together, and here is where I make my first mistake. So I have to put some sort of color on the inside where the thumbprint is, but instead of leaving it long like I should have, I cut it down, not remembering that I have to put the backside of this on. See, that's where I remembered that, hey, I made my mistake, but it's okay because I can fix it. I'm a crafter. I can fix anything, right? It will be a-okay. See, it's okay. Just move on. Yep. So also too, because I did not have the top to line up to, I ended up missing my mark. I tried to take it off. Nope. It's totally glued on. Don't even try. So I will have to add some color along the edge as well, because I can still see that sentiment that I wanted to cover up. So I'm going to, again, take that burnished buckle and paint along that line. But first, I have to fix my lip and make sure that it is secured and covered up. And then I'm going to take that burnished buckle and go across the edge, because why not? It's a haul truck. It's dirty. I love it when they print haul trucks that I've actually worked on their cards or on their magazines or anything like that. It just makes me so proud that it's like, I've been on that truck, you know, I fixed that truck. It makes me smile, you guys, when I get to familiarize myself with specific haul trucks, or, you know, I know it's quirks and things like that. So, and 913 is definitely one that I have worked on before. So it's just a little FYI, well-known fact in case you guys care. All right, here I'm showing you guys that, well, for one, these are the close-ups, but the paint did dry on the glossy card. So I'm super excited about that. This is my haul truck one that I absolutely love. Oh my gosh. I do love how these turned out, and I will paint that. It's just off camera, but you can see it in the close-ups when I go through all the close-ups, and there are tons of close-ups because I wanted to get all of that sparkle and shine and share that with you guys, because it's hard to show all that sparkle and shine off of camera. Now, this is a totally different type of sparkle and shine. It's not glitter. It's not girly. It's different, you guys. I can't explain it enough, but look at all of that. It shimmer. Oh my, it's shimmers. Ta-da! And it's my kind of sparkle and shine, if that makes any sense. I just love it. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate it. Be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem, as well as Off the Board. All of the links are down below, and I will check y'all later. Bye.